Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay. Do let me know if the sound quality is better now.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's nice.
Okay. Okay. So let's begin. Who would like to read maybe from verse 30 to 40 today?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Can I?
Yes, please, Mataji.
Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 30. Canto 4, Chapter 25. Certainly your glancing upon me today has very much agitated my mind. Your smile, which is full of shyness, but at the same time lusty, is agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. Therefore, O most beautiful, I ask you to be merciful upon me. My dear girl, your face is so beautiful with your nice eyebrows and eyes, and with your bluish hair scattered about. In addition, very sweet sounds are coming from your mouth. Nonetheless, you are so covered with shyness that you do not see me face to face. I therefore request you, my dear girl, to smile and kindly raise your head to see me. Narada continued, My dear king, when Puranjana became so attracted and impatient to touch the girl and enjoy her, the girl also became attracted by his words and accepted his request by smiling. By this time, she was certainly attracted by the king. The girl said, O best of human being, I do not know who has begotten me. I cannot speak of you perfectly about this, nor do I know the names or the origin of the associates with me. Prabhuji, can you scroll? O great hero, we only know that we are existing in this place. We do not know what will come after. Indeed, we are so foolish that we do not care to understand who has created this beautiful place for our residence. My dear gentlemen, all these men and women with me are known as my friends, and the snake who always remain awake protects this city even during my sleeping hours. So much I know. I do not know anything beyond this. O killer of the enemy, you have somehow or the other come here. This is certainly great fortune for me. I wish all auspicious things for you. You have a great desire to satisfy your senses and all my friends, and I shall try our best in all respect to fulfill your desires. My dear Lord, I have just arranged this city of 9 gates for you so that you can have all the kind of sense gratification. You may live here for 100 years and everything for your sense gratification will be supplied. How can I expect to unite with others who are neither conversant about sex nor capable of knowing how to enjoy life while living or after death? Such foolish persons are like animals because they do not know the process of the sense enjoyment in this life and after death. The woman continued, in this material world, a householder life brings all kind of happiness in religion, economic development, sense gratification, and begetting of children, sons, and grandsons. After that, one may desire liberation as well as material reputation. The householder can appreciate the results of sacrifice, which enable him gain promotion to superior planetary system. All this material happiness is practically unknown to transcendentalists. They cannot even imagine such happiness. The woman continued, according to authorities, the householder life is pleasing not only to oneself but to all the forefathers, demigods, great sage, saintly person, and everyone else. A householder life is thus beneficial. O my dear hero, who in this world will not accept a husband like you? You are so famous, so magnanimous, so beautiful, and so easily gotten.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. How was it reading?
Yes,
Especially
Prabhuji.
this part.
Yeah, interesting to know the prospect of this beautiful woman also. She was appreciating so much about how much this householder life is. So yeah, I want to know more that.
Yeah. Sure, let's see what Prabhupada helps us with.
Hare
Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jnana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahakana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sah Ganalalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namne Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyata Desatarine Vanchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायण नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः हरे कृष्ण. So we are going through this wonderful allegorical story that Narad Muni is telling to Prachina Parishad, king, who is quite interested in sense enjoyment, thinking that as the ultimate uh, facility for a human form of life. And in that, in this story, we see that there is this Puranjan who is going from place to place. He didn't find perfect place everywhere. He was not satisfied, and then he ended up in Bharatavarsha. And in the Bharatavarsha, then he comes across the description goes further, actually telling how a person is eager to enjoy. Yeah, he's curious. He is looking, even though it might be exhausting, he may take some break, but will not give up the spirit of enjoyment. Why? Because by nature we are ananda abhyasa. Anandamaya abhyasa means that we are always looking for happiness. We even may compromise for a while that no, I know the truth now, there is no happiness, but still there is some hope that yes, this may give me happiness or that may give me happiness. In that hope, one is going through different options of finding happiness, but he will never give up. Even in pain, he's always looking for happiness. He's not going to say, "Hey, this is all, and let me accept it as it is." But even in that acceptance, we see if I am happy, then to continue. And then the description of the capital, there's this. Uh, what is that? Heart. Heart is the place of all desires. So we went through that, and then we're also describing. Narad Muni is saying about this Navadvara, yeah, the nine gates, the city of nine gates, and w- yeah, I don't know if we may even imagine our body is so sophisticated and yeah, is a facility for the soul, and how we engage the body determines how we will end up with a right destination. There is this description about the walls, which are the skin. There is the sparks, which are like compared to hairs. Towers are compared like nose and head. And in that way, yeah, there is this gates, which are compared to the eyelids. Mm, there is assembly house. Yeah, the assembly house is the heart, which is center of all remembrance about forgetfulness and deliberation. So this goes further. We covered last week also something in direction of after Puranjan comes across a beautiful woman, and the description is what happens there. There is now Puranjan and a Puranjani, a good combination, isn't it? Which means that to enjoy, we cannot enjoy all alone. We need object, we need the sense object, we need sense. What do you call this? Sense organs. Sense organs, sense objects are required so that one is enjoying. So Puranjan, the soul who is always a pleasure seeking, also need someone to support, to enjoy. And then this Puranjani, she is intelligence, functioning with ignorance. That is the problem. When there is no problem with the beautiful woman or beautiful girl that is coming in the form, but if such a person is covered, may not know. It's something like if a person comes across a saintly person, if a person comes across a sadhu, he will enlighten to remove any kind of covering. Whereas if a person who is himself or herself is um, captured, or captivated or covered by ignorance, then that means intelligence is covered, and she's arriving on her own. With all the servants, 10 servants with hundreds of wives, and seeing, and then protected by a five-hooded snake. Yeah, all these things. This is what Puranjan saw, and he asked, "What is this about?" And then, uh, yeah, Puranjan got attracted to Puranjani. So from here, I think, what is the verse we think? 30, right? So we see how this attraction grows, and then Puranjan is asking about the whereabouts of Puranjani. He's asking, "Who are you?" He's asking, "Where are you coming from? Whose daughter are you? What is the purpose of your coming here? Uh, who are your 11 strong bodyguards? Who are the women following them? And what is the snake that is preceding you?" So these are the questions. And then, yeah, when the girl, even before she opened her mouth. I think Puranjan was so captured. Then he started doing some guess. He was thinking, "Hey, maybe you know what? I think you might be Bhavani. You might be Saraswati. You might be Lakshmi. But you know, you're um, or you are alone in the forest like a sage. So are you looking for your husband? I think you must be Lakshmi, but I don't see the lotus flower in your hand." So in that way, he is himself ruling out. Are you from higher planets? No, because your feet are not touching the ground. So this means that you are a human. So And then he said, okay, join me. So he asked, you are none of those women, so you join me. And then he is promising that if you join, I am going to uh, bless you or give you all pleasures. What is that? Like, but if you are, say, are some woman of this planet, you can, like the goddess of fortune, accompanied by Lord Vishnu, increase the beauty of Vaikuntha planet. Yeah, here he's saying, yeah, he's inviting. Hmm? Yeah, you join me and we increase the beauty of the city by associating with me. You should understand that I am a great hero and I am very powerful king on this planet. So this is where we, yeah, spoke, discussed last week, and we continue here. Here comes this. Certainly, your glancing upon me today has very much agitated my mind. Your smile, which is full of shyness but at the same time lusty, is agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. Therefore, O beautiful, most beautiful, I ask you to be merciful upon me. So this is so interesting. On one side, this hero, the Puranjan, he is speaking great about himself. Yeah, isn't it? He is saying that I am a hero. Mm. At the same time, when someone is a hero, how can he depend on someone? This shows that he is not a hero, but thinks to be a hero or advertises himself to be a hero so that other person is interested, shows interest. Because people, if they are a common man, who is going to show interest? If I am going to show special skills, if I'm going to show special abilities, if I'm going to show something that you may benefit, then you will be attracted. Otherwise, no chance. So, to increase the chance for the Puranjan so that he can enjoy Puranjani, he is saying himself claiming as a hero. Hmm? But the next, yeah, immediately he was scared. Maybe she may think I am arrogant. She may think that I am arrogant, and maybe she's not interested, or she may move. There is a sense of fear. Mm. So here he's saying, certainly your glancing upon me today has very much agitated my mind. What is it here he's saying? He is saying that you are very attractive. So this is way how we win people. We win people when we appreciate them, when we praise them, uh, when we yeah, then there are different kinds of people. Some people who are in the mode of goodness, they may even don't like appreciation. They see that they're not qualified, they see that it's not for him, it's not true and all. uh, they may not appreciate praise. Mm. And also but a person who is in mode of passion is ever eager to be recognized, to be praised, to be always in the center of happening. So um, here, so that's why people who want have a some interest, what they do is praise they praise for the external appearance, not internal appearance. A person who is caught in the mode of passion, he is eager to satisfy, because this is the business in the mode of passion. Passion means it's the drive to always enjoy, to be maybe to be very creative, to do something that can continue to keep one happy. Uh, it's not the same roti. Yeah, how many days we want to eat the same roti? It is same thing. No, a person who is in the mode of passion, he want to create. Hey, what is today? Something special we will make. Why? It is not that he wants to just engage himself in doing something, but he is motivated to do something so that he can enjoy more than what he has done, what he had plans for. So this element of surprise, the element of satisfaction to do something new, different, creative, all this is due to the agitation of mind. Mm. Where the mind is calm, and if mind understands that all this is nonsense, why? Because this is nothing to do with the development of the or advancement of the soul. uh, that is the person who is in the mode of goodness. But a person who is in the mode of passion, he knows the art of how to conquer a person in the mode of passion, because they are um, like-minded, right? So they know what to give and what to talk and where to stop. So here, King Puranjan, uh, he's certainly what he's kind of certainly your glancing upon me today has very much agitated my mind. This shows that other person feels great about, oh, you see, I am very attractive, I'm very beautiful, I'm very captivating. Huh? After all, I am so great. A person who is thinking a person who is self-centered, a person who is in the mode of passion is so much thinking that he is the um, what do you call, talk of the town, right? So always people should talk about me. People should always praise me. People, yeah, come on, I'm very beautiful. I'm comparing myself with some other person, thinking that I am beautiful. As soon as if someone is not appreciating or praising me, but other person, then I start uh, becoming disturbed. So these are the signs of mode of passion and the effects of it. And here, this Puranjan is affected by that. He is getting agitated, the other person. So you smile, which is full of shyness, but at the same time lusty. This is a very deadly combination. I think in the purport Prabhupada mentions, everyone has a lusty desire within, and as soon as one is agitated by this movement of beautiful woman's eyebrows, hmm, the cupid within immediately throws his arrow at the heart. Uh, what happens? Yeah, Prabhupada is mentioned. So what happens is this Puranjan is saying, your smile is very nice, uh, which is full of shyness, but at the same time, flatter, or what do you call, not flatter, flirting. Sorry, yeah. Art of flirting is what you appreciate a person, so that he is interested in you, and with that you can get what you want. So that is the art of flirting, where a smile, your smile is full of shyness, so it's so nice, as if like in the mode of goodness this is, but then at the same time lusty. So it shows that um, let's get into the thought of actually enjoying. It's not just okay. It is so nice to see this, what do you call, a day is so nice, there is very nice scenic beauty. Uh, um, no, it is actually here indicating, the Puranjan is indicating that, yeah, your smile, I can sense it's not only beautiful, it's also, there is something behind it, which is actually capturing my mind, is agitating the most powerful Cupid within me. He is indirectly saying that, yeah, I'm attracted. At the same time, yeah, satisfy my attraction towards you. Therefore, oh most beautiful, I ask you to be merciful upon me. Mm. Uh, uh, so here there are a couple of, I mean, actually, nice. This verse itself can be a talk of the day today. It is talking about shyness. Shyness is very nice. After all, this is a quality. Yeah. Otherwise, people will say, hey, shameless people. Shameless is something that people are not um, feeling embarrassed what mistakes one does, but still go for it, what he doesn't deserve. So here, shyness, when we take to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is a very nice verse in the 10th canto. Pītvā mukunda mukha sāragam akshi bringayar. It's something that, and tapam jaho virahajam praja yoshito ni tat sat kritim samadhikmaya uh, vivesha ghostam. uh, and here comes the word savridha hasa vinayam yad apanga moksham. This is the condition of the gopis. When Krishna, he's going into the forest to herd the cows and calves. Yeah, so at that time, is just mm, eager to have the darshan of Krishna, yeah, in the mode of separation because he is not there in Vrindavan. We Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. With their bee-like eyes, the women of Vrindavan drank the honey of the beautiful face of Lord Mukunda, and thus they gave up the distress they had felt during the day because of separation from him. So there is this time when Krishna goes out, right, to the forest and for pasturing. Um, when they saw Krishna returning, all their anxieties were immediately relieved, and they began to look at his face the way drones hover over the honey of lotus flower. When Krishna entered the village, the young gopis smiled and laughed. Krishna, while playing the flute, enjoyed the beautiful smiling face of the gopis. Here we see, um, the dangers of 10th canto. It's not the 10th canto is dangerous. The 10th canto is dangerous for people who are not having the consciousness or right consciousness to understand, to appreciate the romantic life of Krishna. When we cannot appreciate the romantic life of Krishna, then we should not even go into those pages. Here we see what is happening. In further purport, it goes that Supreme Lord Krishna is the supreme master of romantic skills, and thus he expertly engaged loving feelings with the young cowherd girls of Vrindavan. When a chaste young girl is in love, she glances at her beloved with shyness, jubilation, and submission. When the beloved accepts her offering of love by receiving her glance and is thus satisfied with her, the loving young girl's heart becomes filled with happiness. These were exactly the romantic exchanges taking place between the beautiful young Krishna and the loving cowherd girls of Vrindavan. There is, yeah, the activities might be same what we see in the material world, but the dealings of Krishna and cowherds is based on love, and whereas what we see in the material world is based on lust. Mm. And here this Puranjan is clearly yeah, maybe mm, we may not say, hey, I have lusty desire over you or on you. We may still say I love you, but yeah, Puranjan is quite clear here. Is saying that okay, um, lusty. So I see your smile, and at the same time you are lusty, and this is agitating, and Cupid is shooting the arrows. So all this we understand here. Very important part is what is shyness. Hmm? Shyness is, or genuine shyness, we can see in the form of gopis. What is happening? When a chaste young girl is in love, she glances at her beloved with shyness, jubilation, and submission. This submission is very important. What does submission mean? Submission means to give, to submit oneself to the beloved. It is not like, no, no, by giving, what will I get? Submission is not about receiving, submission is about only giving. So the gopis uh, have completely submitted themselves to Krishna for Krishna's pleasure, and that is the quality of what, that is the quality of service. And what that's why they are considered the topmost mm, what do you call, servants of Krishna. Hmm? That's why Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayur Dasanu Das. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, may I become the servant and the servant and servant of those gopis who have given completely themselves for Krishna, who have completely submitted themselves to Krishna. So that is what, when we see a shyness mixed with lust, this is in the remits of the material world. Whereas when we are talking about, of course, in Krishna's pastime, we can also see how Kubja or Kubja, yeah, she has very desired for Krishna, and Krishna when he went to Dwarak, no, to Mathura, yeah, Krishna can satisfy. At the same time, also. what do you call, exchange. So he is Purna Purushottam, means completely independent, and is the only person who can satisfy uh, everyone. Uh, so in the case of, what footsteps we follow in is in the footsteps of gopis. Means being the servant and the servant and servant of the gopis, who are actually providing the unmotivated, completely submissive, uh, filled with shy. It's not filled with pride. Uh, Love to Krishna. So we follow in that. So this particular verse we can see is that Prabhupada is mentioning, when one is agitated by lusty desires, his senses are attracted by all kinds of Vishaya. So enjoyable things like sound. I want to hear, rock. I want to hear jazz. I want to hear that. I want to hear. But where is Krishna in that? There is no Krishna. Then it is just mundane music. I want to, um, touch. I want to, this. I want to enjoy. mm, sense enjoyment through skin, through touch. mm. Where is Krishna? If there is no Krishna, then it's material, Vishaya. Vishaya means which is material. Uh, and then in that way, smell, touch, everything, these attractive sense objects oblige one to come under the control of a woman. Mm. So the senses, the Puranjan is captivated by those 11 friends and those wives of all of them. So he similarly, a living entity is captured more and more. He's getting into the cocoon of what is it? Silkworm, right? So never know when that will be choked and death to suffocation. So in this way, the conditioned life is what under the control of women. Mm. In this way, the conditioned life of a living entity begins. Ah, one may think that no, come on, when a boy is what do you call, when a infant is born, he doesn't has attraction. He doesn't has attraction to 5 years. He doesn't has attraction to 7 years. Maybe it will start at 11. Maybe it starts becoming more stronger in 15. Maybe more stronger at 21 and becomes only object of life maybe at 25, and I don't know, but it didn't start, right? So but actually the cause of a soul to take birth mm, is what do you call, driven by what desires one has, because uh, Hinduism is a religion where we believe in transmigration. I think in the purports later, Prabhupada also mentions that there is no moment that there is uh, mm, end. There is always that this life vital life is always there. This vital life is always there, not ending at the time of death. So which means it's all, the living entity is always there. He's eternal. But is he coming in contact with matter or not? It depends on his desires and his karma. And because of his desires and karma, he is destined to take birth again. And again, the Lord is giving the facilities so that he can, yeah, understand. He can fulfill his desires and understand that these desires are temporary, these desires are not the ultimate, and through that one advances. This also comes later in our verse 39, I think. So in this way, we see this Puranjan is agitated because of the beauty and smile and shyness. This shyness is not the real shyness, genuine shyness, but this shyness is touched by lust. And when this shyness touched with lust, then it becomes a deadly combination that can make fall anyone. Did we discuss last week? Was it that Vishakanya topic? Or did it come? I think, yeah. I think we discussed about
Yes,
Vishakanya
Prabhuji,
that
yes.
how, yeah. So such a, yeah, it's not like a girl is simply going and saying, you know what, I can satisfy all your desires. Come, no, that will not. Yeah, because the king, yeah, in the mode of passion, it's not only about that. It's about, okay, why? and then there is all this play, foreplay in terms of attracting and capturing through talks, through this shyness filled with luster and all lusty desires, and then the arrow is shot and the man is flat. Mm. So it goes further. Hey, my dear girl, your face is so beautiful with your nice eyebrows and eyes with your bluish hair scattered about. In addition, very sweet sounds are coming from your mouth. Hmm. Nonetheless, you are so covered with shyness that you do not see me face to face. I therefore request you, my dear girl, to smile and kindly raise your head to see me. Ah. Oh, here goes further, right? The guy who is talking. Hmm. Uh, we can pick up any movies. You can see so much language. So many creative writers have already wrote so many things. Here it is saying, your face is so beautiful with nice eyebrows and eyes. So Prabhupada is mentioning all these languages. Yeah, when you see that network, I have network issues. Please let me know. So Prabhupada is mentioning, such a speech is typical of a living entity attracted by the opposite sex. Uh, why? Because in this attraction, what happens is one gets bewildered, and one gets bewildered, because whatever he thinks is, hey, what is this? Yeah, one. I don't know if you have such an experience seeing someone. He's saying, hey, what are these daily operas, right? Is it called soap operas? No, daily these daily serials in the TV. Yeah, they come every day, and then everyone is watching them, and not only watching them, they are also discussing about that, and not only discussing about it, and they are also thinking how nice if this the director would have done this way. No, this director doesn't know. How can he torture this girl? So they get so much absorbed. Yeah, and a person who is seeing such a person who is so much, watching, he is thinking, hey, what is nonsense going on? Huh? After all, what is happening in TV is not real, and people are thinking it too much. Huh? But what happens is when he is getting captured, at the moment when he is bewildered, then he has also his own feeling. Okay, after all, yeah, come on, this lady, this heroine, she should
Your voice is breaking, Prabhuji.
she's why this mm, yeah, thanks for letting me know. Let me know if you hear well now.
Still, it's
Okay, let me connect to my phone. That's a good thing. Can do. Is it better now?
yes. Now I think it's clear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see, because we never know these days. Mm. So this is going further, yeah, where now mm, he is saying, my dear girl, your face is so beautiful, with your nice eyebrows and eyes, and it goes further. He says, this Prabhupada is writing, this kind of speech is typically is that of a living entity attracted by opposite sex. He'll not praise someone who is, yeah, you look too good. Yeah, we don't see a man is appreciating a man's beauty or a woman is appreciating a woman's beauty. Yeah, by because yeah, they think one is self-centered. He thinks he's more beautiful or handsome or so and also in addition, a very sweet sounds are coming from your mouth. uh, this is flattering, saying, "Oh, I don't know whether the girl would have already spoken, yeah, but you say, hey, see, your voice is so sweet. Huh? Therefore, I therefore request you, my dear girl, to smile and kindly raise your head to see me." Hmm? So, this shyness, whatever you are showing now, I think that is not what we want. It is time that we spend together. So, this is done under the bewilderment. When thus attracted by beauty of material energy, one becomes very eager to enjoy. Hmm? Attracted by face, eyebrows, all these are everything seems attractive. Hmm? A person is now thinking he's oh so beautiful, all attractive, and I don't know uh, um, how many songs and poems came uh, about glorifying or saying about the beauty of a woman, huh? So many. And yeah, then people are not satisfied there. I don't know, in recent times we see movies, songs are the hero beauty is glorified by the heroine or the vice versa. But you know what they do? They bring the Lord in the center. All they use nice devotional songs, uh, where if it is about Ram, they see that hey, compare this hero is a Ram, and then you start imagining hey, all the he's epitome of all the qualities. So the song is about hmm, the Lord, but what is happening? Yeah, if you see audio version, you are maybe your devotional dimension is enhanced. But when you see, hey, such a song is used for the romance between a hero and heroine, what level it is. So all this madhuram, the boy or the girl starts singing, oh, so nice, your eyes are nice, your nose are nice, your hair is nice, you are beautiful, you have eyes like what do you call, like fish eyes, you have nose like yeah, all this kind of flattering. Hmm. Uh, and then to one extent, it finally comes to this. I don't know in the next verse. I think Prabhupada mentions, but in this attraction, it doesn't. In this only, it doesn't matter whether the opposite sex is beautiful or not. Yeah, Prabhupada, that this is elaborately described in the instance of Puranjan becoming attracted by the beautiful woman. In conditional life, the living entity is attracted by face, eyebrows or ears, a voice or anything. In short, everything becomes attractive. When a man or a woman is attracted by the opposite sex, it doesn't matter whether the opposite sex is beautiful or not. The lover sees everything beautiful in the face of the beloved and thus becomes attracted. So we may hear, right? What is it called? When someone falls in love, then a person who is in love, then he forgets. Yeah, he's no more normal. A person who is in love, he's no more normal. He behaves strange, uh, and yeah, and these strange things are because he is. And then people will also start telling, you know what, love is blind. Uh, I think you may have heard people say love is blind. It doesn't see rich and poor. It doesn't see beauty and not beauty. It doesn't see so many things, which means love. One who falls in love, he doesn't see. He is blind. Mm. So here we should understand it's not that love is blind. We should understand that when someone is in lust, yeah, then his eyes becomes blind. People say, but it actually lust that makes one blind. He sees everything beautiful, get attracted. Well, the same person when he other person, hey, what is so great about this man? What is so great about this woman? Why there is so much fuss about it? Why people are talking so much about? Uh, but when one is lusty, then he sees, oh, it's all mm, beautiful. He want to enjoy. And yeah, this is what is in the in Bhagavad Gita. We see Ichcha Dvesha Samutena Dvanda mohena bharata sarva bhutani sammoham sarge yanti parantapa. He's saying, "O conqueror of foe, what you should, all living entities are born into delusion, overcome by the duality of desire and hate." So it is this dvanda. What is that? Ishta, ichha dvesha. Ichha and dvesha. These are two things due to which one is born to this. And what is this? When they are overcome or covered by this duality, what is happening? Then this condition is called avidya. And when a person is ignorant, what does he do? Uh, when he doesn't have the real knowledge, when we do not have the real knowledge, Sri Ishopanishad distinguishes between vidya and avidya, knowledge and ignorance. By avidya, one becomes conditioned, and by vidya, one becomes liberated. That is the that is the way how to understand. If something is keeping us attracted, then that is um, avidya to this material world. If something is keeping us attracted to this material world, that is called avidya. Thus, he thus wishes to see the various features of the that makes avidya attractive. This is our problem. What is happening? I think personally, like Mataji, when I asked how did you find the verses, she said, curious to know what happens to the fate of this guy. If I remember correctly, this is what you said, na? Personally, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah, and the woman was also promoting how material desires were, yeah, so nice and great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this curiosity kills. So this is the problem. So yeah, there's network again issue. I see. Um, so this curiosity is very, very dangerous. Yeah. So this curiosity uh, uh, kills, because this curiosity is causing one to introspect, one to analyze, one to be very critical of one's own good, for one's own good. Then they yeah. Have you seen sometimes on a road or around it? Seeing curiously, oh, what is going to happen? No one is going to take action. No one is going to help the person who is in the need of help. But have you seen people so many who are around? Anyone? No one saw?
Yes, Prabhuji, we saw.
Maybe I can give another example. Maybe when two people are fighting, especially yeah, when when there is a fight between a guy and a girl who are on the street, they are fighting. Uh, uh, or a husband and a wife when they are fighting, then do you see people quickly around? Yeah, at least I have seen when I was in school days. There was this constructing, yeah, people who come, who do the construction, who put the roof, right? So all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but then there was this guy who was the contractor who is arranging the concrete for the roof, and he in the morning was very nice, everything he arranged people who is doing, and all of a sudden at 11 o'clock, then there was a big fight because the his wife, she came and she dragged him onto the road, and and that was quite curious to see what is going to happen next. Rather going and solving the problem, it became quite curious that all people who are around, they were seeing uh, what is going to happen. Oh, he has two wives. Oh, he's so much, all those things, vishaya. Hmm, what will it help me? What is avidya is exactly this. When we do not know where to focus, what to do, uh, whatever we are doing, that is actually avidya. Hmm. Rather, if we can do something, if we can help out someone, if we not just stand and see, oh, after all, yeah, if I pay if I pay 100 rupees, I have to go to theater to see this. Rather, here it's a free show. No, these things are not helping anyway. Mm. So the difference between avidya and vidya is very important to know, and we have to think all the time. This we have to remind ourselves: am I in knowledge or am I working in ignorance? Knowledge means then am I doing as per shastras? For example, people usually we see that, hey, Why are you not talking? Why are you not telling? Why are you not expressing? Yeah, is it needed based on knowledge? Is it going to free me? Is it going to get me closer to Krishna? Then I'm ready to talk. But if it's going to bind me, if it's going to cause me that I have to transmigrate from this body to the next body to the next body and keep on going, which is avidya, let me not. So through the light of to the torch of this knowledge given by the spiritual master, Om Ajnana Timirandhasya, Jnananjana Salakaya. What kind of ointment? An ointment of knowledge. Jnananjana Salakaya. Chakshur Unmilitam Jnana. May my eyes be opened. Who? Through the spiritual master. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. To that spiritual master who is opening my eyes with the torch of knowledge, may I pay obeisances to him. So this is, yeah, the one we should understand. Narad Muni continues, my dear king, when Puranjan became so much attracted and impatient to touch the girl and enjoy her, the girl also became attracted by his words and accepted this request by smiling. By this time, she certainly was attracted by the king. This is the problem. This is the problem, or this is the what do you call the condition of sex life. Sex enjoyment causes cause of forgetfulness of spiritual life. One may think that, okay, this sex life is fine. After all, this is part of life. If I don't satisfy, I become more disturbed. Because if I'm getting more disturbed, I don't do things proper. After all, this society is all about this. Uh, what is that? Wine, wealth, and women. And I can't give up. This, after all, my means to uh, get pleasure. Hmm. So, what happens? Yeah, by this incident, we can understand that when a man is aggressive and begins to woo a woman, the woman becomes attracted to the man. So, what is happening? It is not like, okay, we see sometime a guy on a street, he is chasing a girl, asking questions, how to flirt her, or and then. But it doesn't end there. After some time, you start seeing that woman, the girl is also talking back by indirectly indicating that, hey, I am also interested. So this business goes on. This process is described in Bhagavatam as Pumsa Striya Mithuni Bhavam Etam. This attraction is enacted on the platform of sexual life. Thus, the sex impulse is a platform of material engagement. So, this conditional life, the platform of material sense enjoyment is cause of forgetfulness of spiritual life. What is happening is whatever the golden opportunity we have is just we are uh, wasting. This opportunity is in our hand, but what is that we are interested is enjoyment, sense enjoyment, sense enjoyment. The grossest is sex enjoyment. And yeah, in this way, living entities, original Krishna consciousness becomes covered and converted into material consciousness. Thus, one engages in the business of sense enjoyment. Then what is happening? The girl said, oh, best of human beings, I do not know who has begotten me. I don't know. I cannot speak to you perfectly about this. Yeah? All your questions now, I can't answer. Nor do I know the names or the origin of the associates with me. And Prabhupada writes, yeah, we have scientists who are digging out the source, cause, proof of everything. Facts and figures are the means through science is advancing. Does the spiritual science has the proofs? They are only superstitions, or they are only beliefs. They are only faith. They are not reality. This is what the scientists, the philosophers are thinking or challenging. Huh? The science cannot give answers to basic question. What is that? Source of the matter. Hmm? No one knows the answers to these questions. And what is that? From where the material world is there, no one knows. And this is called ignorance. By researching into the origin of life, important scientists are finding some chemical compositions or cellular combinations, but actually, no one knows the original source of life within this material world. Huh? We are not able to know how the matter, yeah, the basic ingredients are coming. We don't know who is one, who is life, air inside it. This The phrase Brahma Jigyasa is used to indicate the inquisitiveness to know the original source of our existence in this material world. No philosopher, scientist, or politician actually knows where from we have come, why we are here struggling so hard for existence, and where will we go. Generally, people are of opinion that we are here by accident. Such scientists and philosophers are impersonalists, thinking that we have come from zero. No, that doesn't fit. So here in this verse, the girl is expressing the actual position of living entity. She cannot tell Puranjan her father's name because she does not know from where she has come, nor does she know why she is present in that place. She frankly says that she does not know about anything. So this is the position of the living entity in the material world. There are so many scientists, philosophers, and big leaders, but they do not know where from they have come, and nor do they know why they are busy with this material world to obtain a position of so-called happiness. Uh, so everything is functioning in order, but people foolishly think that they are produced by chance in that material world, and that after death they will become zero. All this is nonsense. They think that this beautiful place of habitation will automatically remain. Uh, so we do not know. That is what is avidya. And this girl, she's saying, "Oh, what is called? Oh, great hero. Uh, we only know that we are existing in this place. We do not know what will come after. Indeed, we are so foolish that we do not care to understand who has created this beautiful place for our residence. Uh, and this is what this lack of knowledge, lack of Krishna consciousness is ignorance. Prabhupada writes in the purport, um, uh, Parabhava tavad abodha jataha. Everyone is born ignorant. Hmm? Uh, Abodha jataha. The Bhagavatam therefore says that we are all born ignorant within this material world. In our ignorance, we may create nationalism, philanthropism, internationalism, science, philosophy, and so many other things. The basic principle behind all this is ignorance. When we don't know who we are, then we start identifying ourselves. We have identity crisis, and that's the cause. It's caused by ignorance. Unless a person comes to Krishna consciousness, all his activities are defeated. This human form of life is especially meant to dissipate ignorance, but without understanding how to dissipate ignorance, people are planning and building many things. After death, however, all of this is finished. And this lady is saying, my dear gentlemen, all these men and women with me are known as my friends, and the snake, who always remains awake, protect the city even during my sleeping hours. So much I know. I do not know anything beyond. So this is the condition. The woman gave a brief description of them. Hmm. She was obviously without full knowledge of her surrounding men and women and snake. Prabhupada is mentioning. Actually, uh, even in the state of unconsciousness, when we sleep, the snake of life force remains intact and awake. So this is what it means, whatever she said. Actually, there is no death. Prabhupada writes, actually, there is no death. The vital force always exists with the soul. And when the soul is awakened from so-called sleep, he can see his 11 friends or active senses and the mind with their various desires, which are wives. The vital life force remains. Even during our sleeping hours, we can understand by virtue of our breathing process that the snake lives by eating the air that passes within this body. Air is exhibited in the form of breathing, and as long as breath is there, one can understand that a sleeping man is alive. Even when the gross body is asleep, the vital force remain active and alive to protect the body. Thus, the snake is described as living and eating air to keep the body fit for life. Anyway, so that is detail. And he's saying she is now also flirting, saying, "Oh, killer of enemy." Uh, um, and you have somehow or other come here. This is certainly great fortune for me. I wish all auspicious things for you. This is what the girl is saying. Hey, may all be good for you. You have a great desire to satisfy your senses, and all friends and I shall try our best in all respects to fulfill your desires. Uh, so, so this is this is what the promise that the material world is giving. When a devotee is advancing towards spiritual realization, his only aim is to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He does not care of any other material or spiritual activity. King Puranjan represents the ordinary living entity. uh, and as soon as he enters the human form, a person, the living entity is entrapped by family tradition, nationality, customs. These are all supplied by Maya. Thus, the living entity under the bodily conception of life utilizes his intelligence to his best capacity in order to satisfy his senses. So, when we see all the things, facilities, we think all these are for my sense enjoyment. Uh, so, for that matter, we will, niyamagraha. What is niyamagraha? Using the scriptures to not do devotion. uh, so like that, people will use family. They say, hey, this is not for Brahmins. You know what? This is only for Shudras. This is for Kshatriyas. It is their duty. So in that way, not one is focusing on his enjoyment and using all the systems to enjoy. And then here comes. He says, I have just arranged this city of 9 gates for you so that you can have all kinds of sense gratification. You may live here for 100 years and everything for your sense gratification will be supplied. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Yeah, here we see Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dhara, Samprapti, Hetava. The wife is the cause of all kinds of success in religion, economic development, sense gratification, and ultimately salvation. This is the secret. This is the purpose of marriage. If one is embracing Grihastha ashram, the purpose is that not to understand wife as an object of sense enjoyment, but to understand that the wife is the cause of all kinds of success in all these area, in all these fields, whether it is dharma, artha, kama, and even moksha. When one accepts a wife, it is to be understood that he is being helped in this progressive march towards liberation. We know there is pravritti marga, nivritti marga. In the beginning of life, a person is trained as a brahmachari and then allowed to marry a suitable girl and become a householder. If one is thoroughly trained in household life, he finds all facilities uh, for um, all facilities for human life. Everything is there if it is executed according to regulative principles. Uh, but if not, then what is happening? Then it is ignorance that all these facilities are misused. She says, how can I accept to unite with others who are neither conversant about sex nor capable of knowing how to enjoy life while living or dying? Enjoyment in this life and after death. So this Puranjani, the human female, she is saying, "Hey, who else can satisfy me more than a human male? Huh? So neither animals can give me such great satisfaction." Prabhupada writes, since there are 84, yeah, 8, 84 million or 84 lakh species of life, there are also many different living conditions. The lower grade of life in the plants and trees, there is no system for sexual intercourse. In upper grades, there is sex, but in insects and animals, they do not know how to actually enjoy sex life. So in the human form of life, however, there is full knowledge of how to enjoy sex. Indeed, there are many so-called philosophers who give directions on how to enjoy sex life. There is even a science called Kama Shastra, which is the science of sex. So in that way, uh, there is so much information in human life how to enjoy sex. The karmis do not practice brahmachari, vanaprastha, or sannyas, for they are very much interested in grihastha life. In other words, the human being is very much materially inclined. Indeed, all living entities are materially inclined. They prefer grihastha life because there is a concession for sex. The karmis think that the other statuses of life are worse than animal life, for animals also have sex, whereas brahmachari, vanaprastha, and sannyas completely give up sex. The karmis therefore abhor these orders of spiritual life. That's why here dharmo hi arthartha kamo cha prajanando mrita yasha loka vishoka viraja yana kevalino viduhu. The woman is saying, in this material world, a householder life brings all kinds of happiness in dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, and begetting children, sons, and grandsons. After that, one may desire liberation as well as material reputation. The householder can appreciate the results of sacrifices, which enable him to gain promotion to superior planetary system. All this material happiness is practically unknown to the transcendentalists. They cannot even imagine such happiness. So, Prabhupada writes in the purport, one is there are two paths for human activities. One is Pravritti Marga and another one is Nivritti Marga. The basic principle for either these paths is religious life. So if one takes Pravritti Marga or Nivritti Marga, the goal should be what? Should be religious life. In animal life, there is only Pravritti Marga. Pravritti Marga means sense enjoyment. Nivritti Marga means spiritual advancement. In the life of animals and demigods, there is no conception of Nivritti Marga, nor is there any actual conception of Pravritti Marga. Pravritti Marga maintains that even though one has prosperity for sense gratification, he can gratify his senses according to the directions of Vedic injunctions. For example, everyone has the propensity for sex life, but in demonic civilization, sex is enjoyed without restriction. According to the Vedic culture, sex is enjoyed under Vedic instruction. Thus, the Vedas give the direction to civilized human beings. Uh, and in Nivritti Marga, however, uh, sex is completely forbidden. The social order are divided into four. Anyway, this is further, we can refer to this. But it emphasizes that if one is taking, recommending only Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and not Moksha, then that is ignorance. This is what we should understand. If someone is telling how best we can earn money, if someone is telling how best we can live a dharmic life, how can we fulfill all our dreams, but not looking for moksha, then it is only disturbance. And did you read 40? So this Puranjani started, according to the authorities, the householder life is pleasing not only for one, but oneself, but to all forefathers, demigods, great sages, saintly persons, and everyone else. A householder life is thus beneficial. So this is, yeah, I was reading Garuda Puran, and in that there is a, I forgot the name of this king. um, then the king is not interested. King is not interested to marry. Then the rishi or sage says, no, you should marry. Though you don't like it, you should marry so that you can beget responsible children. Yeah, and the responsible children should do the tarpan, offer oblations to the forefathers. So there is a description of why one should marry. No? There is a and rather why one should not marry. In today's world, we are thinking on a free will whether I should marry. No, I should not marry because there are a lot of problems in the society. Uh, Rather, I can either lead a what do you call lifelong single, or I can no. It is not. It's not based on this. One should choose. It is based on what? The higher principle. According to the Vedic system, when one is born in this material world, he has many obligations. He has obligations to the demigods of sun and moon, King Indra, Varuna, etc. Because they are supplying the necessities of life. We have obligation, right? We are not just going to just enjoy, but because we are enjoying, we have to pay for it. We receive heat, light, water, and all other natural amenities there through the mercy of demigods. We are also indebted to our forefathers who have given us these bodies, parental property, intelligence, society, friends, and love. Similarly, we are indebted to the general public for politics and sociology, and we are also indebted to lower animals such as horse, cows, dogs, ass, and cats. In this way, as soon as one is born in this material world as a human being, he has so many obligations and is bound to repay all these obligations. If he does not repay them, he is further entangled in the process of birth and death. The Grahamedi life, however, uh, who is overly addicted to material things does not know that if he simply takes shelter at the feet of Mukunda, he is immediately freed from all obligations to others. Unfortunately, a Grahamedi does not have any interest in Krishna consciousness. And Prahlad Maharaj says, Matirna Krishna paratah swato va mito bhi padyeta graha vratanam. So, this Graha Vrata is same as Grahamedi. One who takes sex life to the supreme, to be supreme, finds action in Krishna consciousness confusing, either due to his own personal consideration or due to his having taken instruction from others or conferring with them. He becomes addicted to sex indulgence and cannot act in Krishna consciousness. Hmm. So here's Ka Nama Veera Vikyatam. This Vikyatam is very significant. Uh, Vatantyam Priya Darshanam Na Vrinita Priyam Praptam Madrishi Tvadrisham Patim. She's saying now, oh my dear hero, who in this world will not accept a husband like you? You are so famous, so magnanimous, so beautiful, and so easily gotten. So, every husband is certainly a great hero to his wife. In other words, if a woman loves a man, that man appears very beautiful and magnanimous. Unless one becomes beautiful in the eyes of another, one cannot dedicate his whole life to another. The husband is considered very magnanimous because he gives as many children to the wife as she likes. Of course, in today's world, wives may not prefer so many kids, thinking and on this basis may not appreciate the husband. Rather, a woman or a wife is appreciating a husband if she is let free uh, to be independent so that she can fulfill her desires, not to sacrifice her time and resources to her family. Hmm? Every woman is fond of children. Therefore, any husband who can please his wife by sex and give her children is considered very magnanimous. Not only does husband become magnanimous by begetting children but by giving his wife ornaments, nice food, and dresses, he keeps her completely under submission. Such a satisfied wife will never give up the company of her husband. Manu Samhita recommends that to keep a wife satisfied, a husband should give her some ornaments because women are generally fond of homes, ornaments, dress, children, etc. In this way, the woman is center of all material enjoyment. And what is that? And the word is, in this regard, word Vikyatam. Vikyatam is very significant. A man is always famous for his aggression toward a beautiful woman, and such aggression is sometimes considered rape. Although rape is not legally allowed, it is a fact that a woman likes a man who is very expert at rape. So, anyway, so closing here, it says the nature of the material world. The major, it is like on one side, the woman doesn't want uh, to be publicly expressive. At the same time, women may want that, okay, may the man take over the control so that she can be more satisfied. So that's what we see here from the flirting business of Puranjan and Puranjani. What happened is so many facts that surface for us to understand that how one should be very careful and what should one aim for. I'll stop here. Thank you. Any questions or anything anyone want to add? Something to share?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna.
you mentioned that Puranjana king, he was wandering everywhere, and then at the end he came to Bharatvarsha. So at that time, Prabhuji,
Hmm.
Bharatvarsha was like complete earth, and he was
Yeah,
traveling.
the thing is, the thing here is that in the allegorical understanding, here we are saying that, okay, Bharatvarsh is the center. Of course, we say it's as Karma Bhumi, this is Tapo Bhumi and all. It is also a place of all variegatedness. That is the point. Yeah. If you go to Finland, what are you going to see? Hmm? In Finland, In Norway, what will you see? Do you see the trees with flowers, fruits, and all?
No, Prabhuji.
You see only white, right? Up and down, only white. Hmm. So it is, yeah. So it's the understanding here that Bharatavarsha is full of variegatedness with all the seasons and all, facilities. Which means India can be seen as the best place one can achieve dream goal. What is that? Uh, if you take a Pravritti Marga or Nivritti Marga, still where you have it is the Bharatavarsha. Hmm. Yeah, so allegorically also, Narad Muni here helps us to understand that, yeah, okay, yeah, a person is looking everywhere where he can find the best thing. Yeah, just imagine like, okay, you're traveling all over Europe, and then you come across very nice scenic beauty and nice facilities. You want to settle there, right? Hmm?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you start making your home, right? You start building your family, and you start living there, and this is what, yeah, that's where we see Bharatavarsha coming in as an attractive market for enjoyment, according to Narad Muni.
Mm. Yes, Guruji, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Someone has further questions? So, Varshanil Mataji, how is the curiosity? Someone is Surya
Yeah,
Prabhu?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Prabhuji, you were telling about Niyamagraha, right, Prabhuji? So, what might be the, I mean, with your experience, can you tell me what might be the causes for it? Because sometimes people who want to escape, they
Hmm.
also can find something like this, but sometimes people who want to willingly do it also, they might find something hard, that this is not possible, that is not possible.
I'm referring actually attachment or neglect of rules and regulations. So, which means niyamagraha. Yeah, agraha means not to follow. Niyama means regulations. Um, there are two. Yeah, niyama or rules are of two kinds. One is vidhi, or prescriptions, and one is nisheda. Nisheda means what we should not do. Vidhi means the regulations. So people should benefit from it, because when we talk about a sadhaka is a person who is mm, uh, leading a life based on the regulations. Huh? But a person who is self-centered, what he would do is because he knows, okay, you should not go to temple on um, scream. There are so many, right? Like if you see in the Nectar of Devotion, there are so many restrictions, so many guidelines or rules, right? A person may use it for his own benefit. Either he does it for his own benefit, or he doesn't do it for his own benefit. That is what is Nimagra. You want example as such, or maybe?
I mean, I want to understand what are the factors that might we induce ourselves to getting into this mode. So,
Yeah, satisfaction. Yeah, because if you want to enjoy waking up early in the morning, is nice, right? Huh?
yes, yes.
Yeah, it is so nice, so that one can do japa and everything and all. Oh, this is niyama. Niyamagraha is one that, yeah, you don't want to do it. Yeah, this is also, it is nice. We talk about niyam ullangan, right? So not following regulations. So it is not conducive. But following regulations, okay, you get up, but you don't do it. Mm. You get up, but you don't do what you're supposed to do. Or for example, charity you have to do, but then you know what, charity I should not do now because of, in the Manu Samhita it is said that if a person is doing this, then he should not do it. uh, or charity, when you can give, still you are selecting like, okay, no, you have so many reasons why I should not give. So always the mind is telling us that, okay, if I do this, it is going to harm me, it is going to impact my own pleasure, it will, due to which I will have to mm, sacrifice. Yeah. So it is said in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, there is this, Krishna says to Uddhava, right? Steadiness in one's own position is declared to be actual piety. What is that? Sve sve adhikare. So nishtha is very important, steadiness. Whereas deviation from one's position is considered impiety. In this way, the two are definitely ascertained. O saintly Uddhava, in order to restrict material activities, I have established that which is proper and improper among all material things, including time, place, and circumstances. So, there is something which is prescribed and there is something which is prohibited rules. Yeah? And if one is using for his own benefit, mm, not for his advancement, uh, so then it is not conducive. For example, people tell, na, um, I don't remember. Yeah, in when I was in India, our maid servant, na, um, when first time I saw her, she had no, yeah, bindi, and I was not sure whether I should give her prasadam. Maybe she's a Christian and she may not like it, or she may throw it out away. So, and when I was giving Aarti, someone was taking, yeah, but she didn't come. I was curious. Oh, maybe she's really Christian. She doesn't follow. But I came to know next day when I was asking her, or someone died in her family. Someone died in her family, and they say that for 1 year they should not do this. Hmm?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, for 1 year. But when one, yeah, so this is a rule, right? This is a rule for her because she's coming from a certain um, custom or tradition, whatever they're following. And then for 1 year, she didn't lit a, what is it? Mm,
Dia.
diya at her home. Uh, Complete. The whole altar is closed for 1 year. So, but then she has genuine interest to serve. She has genuine interest that she want to worship because she thinks, hey, I mean, she was telling all this that she really like, because when she does the puja, everything looks nice, bright. But because her family, in her family, they said you should not do it. She's not doing it. Whereas we are talking about some who do not have any interest in bhakti. So he's finding these reasons to avoid bhakti, to practice bhakti.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Got it.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you.
Hare,
If you hmm?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, you told like curiosity kills us, and the nature of curiosity you told us. But there is two types, na Prabhuji, that one inquisitiveness we have in spiritual life. Is it also like that? But it's
See, when you are curious but you're all alone, there is always a risk of fall down. Yeah. I mean, still, I mean, if you ask this question, right, are we here in this material world? If we are so intelligent, if we are all conscious, why did we come? Yeah. One one can say it is because of the curiosity. Yeah, we thought, okay, what is the big deal? After all, I know everything. After all, I'm practicing everything. There is no worry if I do a tour to material world. Mm, yeah,
okay.
isn't it risky to be such curiosity? Huh? After all, you have done Bhakta course, after all, you have done Bhakti Shastri, you have done Bhakti Vaibhav and all, which means, hey, you have all knowledge. But what can happen is, hey, what happens if I do this, which is not, I didn't come across anywhere. Oh, is something interesting. Let me know. Let me find. And this curiosity can need moderation. Yeah. So when you're all alone, if you're curious, then there is no check, right? No one is going to check. Okay, there is no one who is able to think for you, um, to foresee what may happen, right? Hmm?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
So this curiosity, the curiosity takes in many dimensions, and this curiosity can actually kill. Why I'm saying is, yeah, people drive rash, right? Rash drivers, they want a thrill, but that thrill kill. Thrills kills, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And the thrill is coming from curiosity. Oh, I can beat myself. I can do something that I have never done this before. I can. So this curiosity is it's helpful, because otherwise a life without curiosity means we are not learning something. Yeah, because this curiosity is the driver to learn something. Otherwise, if I know everything, I will not have any curiosity, or if I don't know anything, I have no interest. Yeah, so curiosity is very important, but again, this curiosity should be under moderation, where we are checking against shastras what happens if I encourage this curiosity. Huh? Either shastras or yeah, we can see how the lives of seniors, did they do express this curiosity? Like we were reading other day, right? Prabhupada, when someone was curious, what happens? Why don't we do book distribution in mm, red light areas? Curiosity. Yeah. Then Prabhupada says, yeah, make sure you come back if you really go, if you can really do that. mm, If you're all curious alone, you may think, hey, I can manage it successfully. Hey, after all, I have full control in myself. But this curiosity, yeah, if one is not careful, not vigilant, then this curiosity can end up in problem.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, did I answer your question or?
Yes, Prabhuji, I got the right answer.
Mhm.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So curiosity. Varsanile Mataji, curiosity. We have to be careful.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So as you said,
Part Prabhu.
when you get curious and we are all alone, there are chances to fall down. So those of us who came into Krishna consciousness, we know that we are not being engaged in gross body enjoyment, mundane body enjoyment. Yeah, but like when we are not so devoted, few times while doing our everyday material activity, the subtle thought of body enjoyment, sexual enjoyment comes in our mind. I mean, at least for fallen people like me. I know these are not good for progressing spiritually. So to suppress those thoughts, like kind of like Hatha Yoga, I try to divert the mind somewhere else, like forcefully chanting around. So, and we know that these thoughts are very momentarily, and after a few minutes or it goes away. So does that help?
Okay. But I mean, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So are you saying, is it because of curiosity? I think curiosity has little different intentions. Yeah, when we have curiosity, we want to know something new, we want to explore something new, we want to find something new, and uh, to focus ourselves in those something unknown is curiosity. And other thing, when you were referring, yeah, when you are referring to this other aspect of like, okay, what about our longingness for something? I think there is already clarity, like, okay, we want to enjoy. It's not something a new terrain that you are exploring. Huh? So rather than curiosity, it is more about the desire. Hmm? Ichha dvesha. That is the ichha. It is not about inquisitive. It's not curiosity that is driving you there. Okay.
Yes.
So this is clear.
Yes.
Okay. And now to your question. Yeah, this is question even I have. And what we can always do is we can always seek the support system. Support system is very important. When our legs are um, yeah, when we are walking on a slippery path, hmm, what do? We hold a stick, right? Uh, or when we are more cautious, to say, we are more careful. We don't want to just go like that. Huh? Okay, come on. After all, I have read Bhagavad Gita. After all, I am every day doing japa. After all, um, that's okay to be with women. That's fine, man. Come on, nothing will happen to me. Huh? That is overconfidence. Hmm? Yeah. So when we know, first of all, this is first thing. That is grossest level of moha. Yeah. Icha, dvesha. These are because of the moha, dvanda. These are two that affects us. But okay, no, no. As you have genuinely felt like, no, no, no. These are very dangerous. I know, and that's why I'm very careful. This is already halfway. That you accept that these things will impact you or impacting you, you want to be careful. So you have solved half problem. What is that? To really know that I am sufferer. Not everyone is really thinking I am sufferer. Out of curiosity, one may think, no, 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 I think that I can still survive. That is curiosity in terms of surviving. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And now what to do? Not how do we want to deal? Yeah, we take shelter of the scriptures, which means like, okay, if I have such thoughts, what should I do? I remember once Gauranga Prabhu was telling uh, that we should focus on um, what we are supposed to do, which is actually practicing devotion. So the more time we spend in thinking of how to engage in services, first of all, we won't come into the situations of yeah, okay, tempted, or all these kind of temptations of the world, because we don't have time to think about them. But if at all they come, okay, yeah, they will come because it's not like they're coming from outside, right? They are inside the heart, so they are inside the heart, so they have to get roasted. Until they are getting roasted, they keep manifesting time to time. Yeah, best
Yes,
thing
Prabhuji.
is don't feed that dog much. Hmm. Don't feed that dog much, which means, yeah, engage ourselves in so many other services. And even if it happens, even if one does it, okay, don't give it too much. Go on, because when we absorb ourselves more in devotion, whatever, all the things, yeah, they will be washed out. The important thing is, uh, as to there is also practical tip where it is said that, oh, we go to Krishna and say, Krishna, I'm trying to do my best to control my senses, to control myself, but okay, if yeah, again I fell down, please forgive me and give me strength. This prayer can happen after things happen, or things this prayer can happen even before things happen. So one way or the other, we are just approaching Krishna for help.
Yes,
Yeah.
Prabhu. Thank you.
Then what comes to my mind here again is that I think Gaur Gopal Prabhu, or yeah, this is what even Prabhupada says. in the 8 step fall down, or how to overcome anger. I think this is one. And uh, yeah, as soon as you know this is going to get triggered, don't wait till that trigger happens. As you know, as soon as we know the situation, then better to 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 leave the place, to leave. For example, when Daksha and who were doing this cursing and counter cursing, uh, Shiva's followers, Ganas, they were cursing. Daksha was cursing, hey, how dare that Shiva didn't get up when I come. Daksha being the head of, right, Prajapati. Uh, Brahma can say it because he is my father, but how come that Shiva didn't get up? And then when the Sati, when she went, and all these things, right? There was cursing and counter cursing. Lord Shiva became very morose and he left the place. When Lord Shiva himself shows us that, okay, um we should not stay in such places because it only can lead to more chances of doing something which is not amicable, which is not favorable. We just move on. So in that way, we take shelter of Bhagavatam, read through that, and remember those things when the time comes. And in spite of all these things, if we see there is we did fell down, yeah. So then what we do is again take shelter. Yeah, after all, I know I'm not so strong. Yeah, I need so much strength. So that's why I seek blessings. Ask every Vaishnav that pray for me and support me in so that I don't fall down.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Further questions? Anyone want to comment or share what did you like from this wonderful uh, Bhagavatam section? No? Then have a nice weekend. Sun is it's getting sunny. I hope that stays everywhere. That we enter into summer. And talk to you tomorrow. Vanchakalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And for everyone, I don't know if you have seen or not, the program that was planned today is cancelled because yeah, the